Good morning. All righty, everybody. Good morning. What's up? Happy Monday. What's up? Good evening. Wow. Good morning. We're doing that a lot. All right. So, we'll give it here just literally just a second, and then I'm just gonna go straight to the news, guys. And then today I am going to be primarily focused on the small account. Turn that down a little bit. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be primarily focused on the small account here too. I don't know why that says that. But yeah, focus on the small account today. So I'll get more into that here in just a minute. So 1 second. 17th. Where's this morning's water? Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, well, I don't have any news this morning from StockTwits, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this things keeps reminding me, but all right. Well, I'll go over just a couple of headlines here. So, um, earnings season is here, guys. So we're gonna be and part of the small account. I'm gonna be taking a couple of shots on a couple of different things. Of course, using good risk, showing you guys, how I straddle, et cetera, et cetera. But we we saw last week, we kicked off with the banking sector. The nation's largest bank, JP Morgan, missed earnings as it wrote off bad debts and increased its loan loss reserve, raising the market's concern about the health of consumers and the overall economy. On the other hand, Citigroup earnings surprised to the upside, driving a major rally in the sector on Friday. Additionally, strong numbers from Taiwan Semiconductor eased some of the market's fears about significant slowdown in the semiconductor industry. We also saw, and of course, they're working on lawmaking for the semiconductors. We saw, of course, the Nancy Pelosi purchase of NVIDIA, which, of course, has semiconductors up quite a bit. You guys can see AMD is all the way up against 82.66 this morning. But over the weekend, amid the market volatility, the safe haven US dollar continued to make new highs, reaching parity. We've covered that before, 1-to-1 exchange with the euro for the first time since 2002. A strong US dollar is having a major effect on global markets after a rapid decline in the yen. Chinese internet stocks had a rough week showing this week. In sector-related news, we saw Chinese internet stocks had a rough week rough showing this week, and some market participants interpret that as a sign of more pain to come for stocks as an asset class. American Airlines was trending after American Airlines said it expects to report its first pre-tax quarterly profits since 2019, while Delta saw a weaker than expected profit as costs rose. Meanwhile, we saw President Biden made a trip to the Middle East to tackle several issues. It doesn't appear that he secured more commitments for oil production. Also, a preliminary agreement has been reached between Russia and Ukraine on food exports, opening 3 ports. Additionally, Italian presidents rejected Prime Minister Mario Draghi's resignation as political tensions in the country heat up. In other news, just to recap, last week we saw the S&P down 0.93%, 1.57% on the Nasdaq, and 1.41% on the Russell. And of course, we saw and are seeing a massive gap up to the upside. So, Frankie, oil futures trader. He must not be very good at So anyway, other than that, guys, just to give you guys a brief update on what the economic data looks like this week, we got the NAHB housing market index that comes out today at 10. Net long tick flows comes out at 1600, and then we have tomorrow housing starts, building permits, and then going into the rest of the week, we've got existing home sales, MBA mortgage applications, EAI crude inventories, initial claims, continuing claims, leading economic index, Philadelphia Fed index, and then finishing off with the IHS market manufacturing PMI. So, and then in earnings, so it's been a while since we've had to really come in, take a look at the earnings page here because we've been in a more or less lackluster part of the quarter, but going into Tuesday, of course, we got companies like Netflix, Johnson & Johnson, Lockheed, and Martin, Halliburton. Netflix is interesting. Tesla is absolutely interesting, especially going into earnings with the setup that it has. So I will be watching Tesla. AA, which Alcoa, one of my favorite metals to play. I might be taking a look at them as well. We got Snap, and then going into next week, we start to really kick it off with earnings season going into August. So should see some volatility here pick up, and pretty excited about it. What's the name of the website going over the news and the indexes? That's the StockTwits Daily Rip, and you can subscribe to it by going to StockTwits. I don't know where that is at actually. So I don't remember. I think they hit me with like a subscribe to this, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. But I like the way that they cover the news. But yeah, you can take a look at that. So um, that site is StockTwits. So funds settled on the small account. It appears so. We will find out at the bell. Hold on one second. Yeah, so give me 1 second here. So there's a small account page right now. Hold on 1 second. I got a split screen here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch this over. Baba puts. So what if my so what's my cut if I invest with you? What do you mean? I don't have a hedge fund. I don't take investments or accept anybody's. Yeah, it's not what we do. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. There we go. All right, if you're on TikTok, um, you have to kind of pick, I guess. If you want, I will. You can go to YouTube. The link is in the bio if you want to see the small account page and all. So screen display capture. Hold on, YouTube. Setting this up really quick. Oh shit. All right, there we go. If you're on YouTube, you can see the brokerage and all that other good stuff. So I'm 4 for 4 in the trades I've taken because of your lives. That's dope. All right. So anyway, anybody touching Google today? Hell no. All right, so let's finish this up really quickly. So on the watch list for today, The AMD, I have kind of settled. I had Meta and maybe Apple this morning, but it seems like the higher probability setup is here on AMD. So I will be watching AMD to the upside. And here's let's just simplify this for everybody, okay? You see this zone, all right? This is why this zone exists. We have 85.42. We have a springboard off of 83.25. That is where we have gapped up this morning. We see plenty of resistance. We see plenty of support. We see breaks above it, big moves into it, and big moves through it. So right now, the goal would be to essentially break up above 83.65, 83.50 into this zone and close. And this is for me, okay? Because I'm not scalping today. I'm looking for a break in trend. I'm looking for a break to the upside up into this future supply. So I'm looking for a hold above the 83.50, 83.65 level in order to take this to the upside. And you've got a multitude of different targets depending on your risk or the setup that you take. 85, of course, 50 is the main target to the upside where I would expect some sort of rejection. But given the fact that you have broken out of this, well, excuse me, let me take that back. You are up against resistance, number one. So what I'm either anticipating is because the gap up is pretty decent, we can push and hold above 83.50, and or we see a rejection off of 83.35, 83.50, and then we pull back and fill the gap. I was asked this morning, how do I know or where do I know this continues to fall after a gap? Because obviously a lot of the times people are going to exit. High frequency traders that take gap trades, they've got buku money, right? And they're shorting those gaps and they're exiting, and that causes a lot of those big bounces. So you would want to see that big bounce basically recover the gap of the open. And that would be signify a potential move to the upside. But to the downside, holding that gap and closing a higher time frame candle in that gap would signify a potential rejection. But 83.30, where we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 for the break, that would be where we would want to see a breakdown to the downside. And there I have a target of $77 right around support. So if that makes any sense. So anyway, we've got the 4-hour setup here. We've got a huge gap to the upside. There also is one last factor to factor in. 1 second. So that is something to consider. AMD has a well-established downtrend with the target of probably this gap fill, which is going to be $95. So if we end up breaking and holding to the upside today, why are we panicking about this missed profit when if we get a solid candle close, right, and we're patient, we could potentially take this and grab that $95 strike going out maybe even 3 weeks and then add to if we see fit. So that's what I'm looking for on AMD. And then as far as BABA is concerned, they still got shit heating up over there. And of course, this one did gap up. I know there are some people in positions on BABA. This is one that just ended up kind of being, and I am watching this one specifically for downside, and let me explain why. So there's this really nice downtrend here, and that's where we are at, just like AMD. There is a decent chance for a gap fill. See the red zone? That's 103.60. That is 104.50. Those are the two levels that I would want to see a candle close in or candle close below to signify gap fill and then a potential move to the downside of $99. But the higher time frame setup, and of course the daily candle close here, was significant enough to show that we might end up seeing a retest of 107 or a little bit higher. But I do see a target around $90 on BABA to the downside. So Pelosi is all up for Netflix. Yeah, give me 1 second. I got in a Tesla 720 call. Pat Murphy, great job, man. Um, I haven't even looked at Tesla this morning to be honest. Or, no, I did, I guess. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so listen, Tesla has earnings in 2 days, and I just want to show you guys the weekly right now. So if I'm just gonna throw this out there, okay? I'm not telling you to take it. I'm just gonna throw this out there. This looks like a pretty big ass bear flag. Okay, that's not verified, and we would need to see a break above 775 in order to really, we would have to break above $800 for Tesla to maybe skirt out of this. But at the moment, y'all, it just looks stupid obvious that if Tesla was to not do well, 550, 550, and then maybe, and I do have this ridiculous downtrend here coming from the daily, right? And we've talked about this a couple of times, and I've kind of, I'm throwing it out there as a potential. There's a confluences here around the 440 mark, but that would be if Tesla did something hellacious. But if 440 just happens, 440 and 450 just happens to be our demand below that. So, yep, this one's kind of got an interesting setup. So no one cares yet. There's 120 people watching. Interesting. Um, I'm up a grand this morning. Nice. I don't understand. That happens. But he's mostly a bear trader. Yeah. I mean, I trade whatever happens, but I do get a little bit more pumped up about the bear setup. So, um, so anyway, just to kind of wrap up everything here today, as far as my sentiment coming into today. I think that there might be more money in, and I know this is going to sound silly, but because I'm running the small account, I'm pretty good at finding straddles that are relatively inexpensive and pretty well target based. So I will be watching a couple of earnings plays, and those aren't things that I'm going to full send into, but there are. We're in a really consolidated setup going into earnings, which is always great. Falling into earnings, not that great. Flying into earnings, not necessarily the best. But chopping into earnings, I can bite on that because that gives me clear targets to the upside and that gives me clear targets to the downside. And from there, I it's pretty easy for me to take a trade. So make a trade. Uh, all right. So, oh wait, did I change that? Can you guys see which screen you guys see? Okay, hold on 1 second. How do I pick an option strike price when you have a price target in mind? Well, it depends on if I spot it on the 4 hour, the daily, the hourly. Then normally my expiration is going to want to mirror the setup that I have is found on an hourly time frame or a daily time frame because a daily time frame setup can take weeks to trade or could take, I mean, yeah, it could take that, a while, it could take a month. So you have to consider your target, and then, you know, depending on the target, far away or close by, you can make a decision on whether you want to stay closer to the money, or if you want to pick a more target-based strike, excuse me. So I'm in Australia. Do you know what platform I should trade? I do not, man. If there's any Australians out there that want to help my friend down under, let me know. Sell puts or buy calls, what would be better? Um, That depends. Big time, man. International brokers. I personally see Tesla at 550 or 550. Yeah, IBKR or IB, yeah, IBKR. Yeah, can I take a look at Meta? Yeah. What do they do? What's that company? Sorry. Um, all right. So I actually I actually think that this is probably one of the easiest setups, and it's kind of on the side, as far as like affordability, because I am focused on small account, want to grow it, want to build it. So that being said, I Meta's kind of out of the box at the moment, but here's how, and I kind of want to make this full screen. Yeah, I do. So let's take a look at this on the hourly, and let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So we've talked about this level, and it's the red one that you see right here. This level is 163, 166.50. This level has represented quite a bit of strength. We've seen, and again, remember, it's never a singular line, ever. You do get bounces off specific price targets, but there's always a zone. And that's the zone that we're currently gapped up on top of or into. So that's going to be 167.32, and then below you, right? So if we're going to continue to the upside, right, we would want to bounce off of either 166.50, 166.35, or just the pivot point. So holding above this level would be pretty imperative, in my opinion, for a bounce. Want to get a solid candle close, and then you actually have a really nice target to the upside, because we know that Facebook, right, has been giving us a clear target to the upside. We've got the consensus. Okay, so when you're trying to find a solid target before things get choppy, you want to try and find where that price kind of gravitates, and we can find that by going to the 15-minute, and we can go over here and we can see that Meta. Let me make sure that you guys can see that. Okay, there we go. Meta, right, closes a candle here. This is 171.25. We get 4 candle closes under there. We get 2 wicks off of that. We get a candle close here. Our first move to the upside, we get a rejection at 171.25 here. We build on top of it, use it as support. We fail to hold it, and we fall underneath it. So that essentially, going back again, candle closes here, 171.25. So that would be the consensus. Now, of course, remember, it's never just a line, it's a zone. And that's why. So runners can run into here, but solid target would be 171.25. So that, of course, you do have the gap fill, which is 170.75. And then, of course, yeah, 171. Pat, I'm running this small account just as I did when I first got started. So it's at 500, not 250, but when I feel it, we'll pull out money. If I feel like whatever strategy I'm picking is not working, I'm going to restart the account, and I'm going to continue to do that. Just kind of periodic, whether it's periodically. So I would say right now, 5 Gs would be nice, as far as a small target. And then as far as the time and date of when that happens, I don't like to put that type of pressure on me. I'm just trying to execute high probability trades. And if I continue to do that, then we shouldn't have to really worry about the time. Putting unnecessary, like, and obviously that's a great question, but obviously time wise, we want to, there's going to be a lot of people learning while we do this. So time and being patient, and then waiting for those high probability plays. Because remember, trading a small account is harder than, I have watched hedge fund managers blow small accounts or make $3 gains every other day, or never make a single solitary gain. So, and then you're also trading in a terribly difficult market right now. That if anybody in here is even remotely flat or even slightly down, you should be relatively proud of yourself, because if you're making it through this shit, you are literally trading in a part of history that will be remembered as one of the toughest market conditions that we've seen. So just think about that when you start to feel like you're kind of like, getting down on yourself or feeling frustrated. Like, remember, you're doing some pretty hard shit right now. So, um, oh, I thought my audio wasn't working for a second. Top of the morning, liking AMD today. Apple looked okay. I found my black glasses. My like, I don't think anybody notices what glasses I'm wearing, but I found them in my backyard after like a month and a half in dirt. It's crazy. Yeah, they were MIA. I got Yeezys on. Dr. Spike. This is the last. Yeah. Yeah, we. No, he didn't. Definitely not gave. He did not give me a pair. He did ask me to give him one when I told him about it. I got the slides, man. I'm not trying to wear those shoes, but they are insane. So, like, just as far as comfort is concerned, I'm a little bit like mad at how comfortable they are. I literally was like, what the when I put them on, I was like, this is. Say something about my socks, I dare you guys. I like pastels, okay? Dillman? What? Oh, fart? Okay. Oh my God. You know what? I'm starting to not think about slides and starting to think about getting a pair of boots. I'm just kidding. Hell yeah, they're comfy. Bro, what happened to Baba? What about Baba? Baba's up against its downtrend, but let me return this back to its original setup here. So I think we're gonna have to do a stacked setup here. We're gonna do AMD. There we go. And then we're gonna do Baba here. What time do we got? It's 9:16. All right, let's go look at the 15-minute. We're gonna clear all these lines off of here. They're unnecessary. They're all old stuff for now. We get a pivot point action here. All right, so yeah, Baba below 104.35. Steal this from mental patients or escaped prisoners? Escape prisoners. Those are off-white socks. No, they're just old. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah. So, I know there's a couple people in uh in the Discord that are, in positions that they swung overnight. Does anybody have anything they're planning on taking profit on or want me to take a look at? Um, I think somebody asked. Hold on, let me scroll up here. Any more little goat predictions? I'll have to acquire one here soon. So, These things walk for me. I have a back $29 put for end of the month. So most of your selling is in 30 between 33.50 and 33.13. So if you can stay below that, you might end up pulling back. But right now it looks like you have a wedge. Uh, so it might end up being something that either you need to just go ahead and make a decision because I would say above 33.50, um, there's high probability this one moves to the upside. So I don't even know what that means. These are the ugliest shoes. These are the ugliest things I've ever put on my feet. But I'm about comfort right now, you know. Yes, there's a link in the bio to the Discord. If you're new, we'd rather you not, do the trial. Wait. If you're brand new, I mean, that's up to you, but some people like to just dive in. But if you have been trading and you want to see the stream that way, kind of obviously priority, then that's an option. But otherwise, you could just stick on one of the streams, YouTube or TikTok. So, what's up, William? Good morning. All right. Well, I'm gonna go fill up my coffee cup really quickly. Um, but I'll be back here in just a minute. If he's still holding Baba puts. I do have, and I'm focused on the small account today, so I'm probably not gonna. I'm probably gonna use my analysis because I'm taking a trade on the small account. I'm probably gonna be using my analysis on Baba for the small account to obviously decipher a good time to cut. I think definitively we still go down, but there's a chance to go, and really it's going to be above. I don't want to take it up. So if that tells you anything today, I don't see up until I'm going to be honest with you. You could either take it above 109, but then you only have room to around 111. So I mean, I don't really see a ton of upside. There's a gap up there, but there's also a gap to the downside. And that did get filled, but there's a huge gap all the way down to 93.30, which that's where I want to take Baba to the downside. So, um, I am looking long Bank of America, but looking to do cover calls if you can. So I would actually I was just going to say, Bank of America actually has a fillable gap up to 34.50. I think that's a decent target. That's a double gap. Oh my God. And then as high, I mean, a 50% retracement of Bank of America's falling wedge would be a retracement to 38.50. So that would be what, and that's actually a supply retest as well. If you're pulling this over here, right? There you go. So that's going to be that supply retest. So that would be where a potential falling wedge could lead you on Bank of America, which would then give you a proper retest. So no, I'm not in Twitter. Top upgrades and downgrades. Chipotle got a downgrade by Goldman Sachs. General Motors got a downgrade by Deutsche. Paramount got a downgrade. It's Morgan Stanley. I don't see anything else. All right, let me go fill up my coffee cup real quick. Okay. Um, guys, take the time to reevaluate your chart. Go to the daily, find the structure. If you're trend trading, like obviously I am, you want to know where you're trading within. So take the time to kind of do that. So, hey, daddy. Hey, sexy. Hey, cutie. Wow. Hi, Sean. Good morning, plunger. God. All right, I'm back. Kind of want to sit down for this. Go get your coffee. I got my coffee. All right, so just real quick, YouTube chat, TikTok chat. I'm not gonna be able to see your guys' questions as much. I have to move my top. I got my other monitor being fixed because I do have four. Yeah, my I have a desk that goes up or down, um, I'm not gonna be able to see your guys' questions as much, but I will be popping in and out. I just have to watch the cues. I am gonna do the pop out chat, so it'll be visible. So I'll be able to see your comments a little bit, but give me 1 second. All right, I got you. I got you guys. Never mind. Any thoughts on F for the small account? Um. Okay. Okay. So let me be clear on Baba. All right. I still see downtrend on Baba, but Baba right now, and it's up to you if you want to hedge it or if but it's going to be definitively above 109. That's going to be where Baba rebounds. But right now, I'm still banking on uh, further downside for Baba. So I have a support all the way down here, and I have an S1 target at 96. I have a gap fill at 95. So Meta is moving down. So is AMD, but that just leaves more room for the upside. So did we get the morning news call? Yeah, that's so weird. We didn't get a daily rip today. All right, we're open. I'm not scalping, so just to be clear. All right, Baba is showing an initial rejection so far, but it's just a small one. AMD is building off of R1. That is 82.25. Let's see, 81.60 below it. I would. Baba's already up, so you might as well just let it do its thing. To trade the chart, don't trade the P&L. SMH is up against its daily pivot point. It's got the gap below it all the way to 214.90. Oops. You know, guys, I never got into mRNA puts. You guys did better than I did. I didn't get in. They're trying to force it down into the gap. Jesus Christ. Tesla? I have a Tesla target 740, just like I talked about this morning. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at on Tesla. Hold on. Chat. Actually, I'll just post it right here on my chart. Just because I don't want to change it. But there you go. Here, chat. There you go. That's a bear flag. Or bear spin, excuse me. If it rejects 740, if it rejects 740.25, right about here. Stay calm if you're in Baba. Just watch. Right now, you got a bounce level 103.90. Beautiful rejection, though, guys. AMD holding and bouncing. Remember, for me, it's 83.25. You're still up against resistance. You need to build, so you're going to push up, and you want to build up above 83 if you're trying to day trade this. So I'm watching right now. Right now, we've got 83.50. 83.50. The Baba's closing up on the R1. I'd like it to close below it. That'd be preferred. Okay, Tesla is breaking above that 740 mark, which means it's probably going to go and hit 745, 746 to 40. Right here. Watch this tap. All right, Baba's giving you guys a big bounce here. That's with the overall market. Be patient, don't be impulsive. Here's 83.50. Coming in a few seconds. R2 is holding back right there. Seeing a little bit of fight. Netflix in space right now. Do you guys see Tesla kind of holding down a little bit? Let me send that chart on the 15-minute. Oh man, the temptation. Nvidia is up against its daily pivot point, which is 166. Baba's engulfed. So if that closes that way, you're probably going to see Baba move up into the 107.
IPO and digital record at the intraday high now.
83.47, guys. I was a couple cents off on AMD, but still being patient. So, no profit yet. Nothing. Nothing for me yet. Just watching, guys. Practicing some patience, right? I hope that doesn't show my password. No, it doesn't.
Coming up at 10 a.m., the NAHB Housing Market Index for July expecting 66.
Yeah, that's definitely okay. Tesla doesn't give a shit. Okay, Tesla's still not there, but if it closes down below 740, that's a big ass 5-minute wick for Baba. Remember, I'm not scalping, so if you're trading with me, we're just watching. If you're scalping, go for it. Live your dreams, but all right, look at that build on top. You just want to hold that. Apple. I'll go look at Apple. I had a setup for Apple. Okay, Apple's hitting the gap. Just watching. Just watching, Baba. Fuck, Tesla. We're in a difficult spot on AMD. Go take a look at the daily. What is Netflix doing? Holy shit. What am I listening to? I'm listening to a lo-fi channel. Dude, Tesla is going bonkers. It's gone. It broke out of that setup. It's totally gone. It's up against its previous supply, 747.85. What a choppy open, guys. But look at how the 15-minute saves us. Look at how we don't, it's not as impulsive as, say, like the 3-minute on Baba. You know what I mean? Baba is building up, but I don't know. Is it a dollar? Is a dollar play worth it? For 280?
HKG shares resume trade.
110.
28.40 at behind.
Almost 7.
82% now.
Wow, so 104 was exactly where Baba bounced. And this is a broken downtrend.
Yes, Goldman CFO says investment banking backlog is down.
I'm gonna say 107.50 to the upside if you're hedging. Stop loss would be body open, so below 105.90, I would probably be out of any calls. But I'm trying to take a trade right now, so I'm not. I haven't taken anything. How's AMD? What are you doing, AMD? All right, that's pretty gnarly right there.
HKP.
It's not a bad entry for a scalper right there, below that R1.
Delta, HKP.
What's Tesla doing? Oh, it tapped. Did it tap 750 or tap? Oh, 748.60.
FFHL, Delayed Films, enters into an agreement and planned merger with Dijon Limited. That's Foxtrot Federal Lima, FFHL.
Lucid. Guys, Baba hedgers, I mean, it's slowly moving to the upside here, and I really think it's going to 107.11. So,
Here on a circuit breaker on FFHL Delayed Films.
I mean, it would have been nicer to get into Lucid previously, obviously, but it's up against major resistance there. Yeah, you're getting real close. I'd say right above you, you've got 2113. 2113, and then I gotta go a little bit further. It's been a while since I've seen this chart. Yeah, I'd say 2150, and then 22 dollars really. Jovis Beast. We can't let things like that change our outlook on the market. Like to make a definite, like, I'm never gonna do this again because it didn't go well or I was wrong. I think the more proactive thing to do, and I'm not roasting, like, I'm not harping on you, but the more proactive thing to do would be like identify, you know, what you can do in the future, because there's not always times to, or going to be opportunities to, hedge or even just get out of a trade, but like, what can you do to prepare yourself a little bit better next time. um so whether that be hedging or et cetera, but it's something that, like, I've taken, top shelf's taken, um we've taken licks, but at the end of the day, I don't let it deter me from a solid setup. In the future, you're going to see a more high probability setup in the future. And that's going to give you the opportunity to make that trade. So, what the dog doing? I don't even have a dog. Chat's boring today. What gives? The market's just a little bit slow. Not. Oh, you talking about? Yeah. There's $21 on Lucid. 2150 is probably next after that. Does Tesla look like a cup and handle on the 4 hour after if it hits 756. Is anybody in Baba to the upside? Anybody take that trade? I'm not obviously in, I'm just watching, but
HKD resuming now if there is circuit breaker halt. Here's
great call on Tesla. Did you make money off of that? Awesome, man. Great. That's dope, man. Yeah, I'm not sure if Baba has a ton more. I mean, we'll see. It's getting awfully close, but 107.50, 107.45. Meta trying to go. AMD's building up a little bit here. Let me so we know that. Oh my God. What's that? What's up, dude? Good, dude. Just watching AMD. I'm thinking about taking a 90 or a $85 strike. Yeah, right.
No, I'm done. I just finished. No, dude, my guy brought that unit fucking 40 minutes up there in 15 minutes, dude. I'm done playing. Just gotta get paid for the full day only.
All right, I'm gonna take this.
Come on, dude, you give me entry. Guys, the video has exhaustion at 168. I really want an entry. But I don't like taking things over highs. That gives me anxiety. So the Q's now made a new high, so things are looking a bit better. But yeah, my comments was sick.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting the same message here. Hold on, let me check my phone.
That's crazy. Plunger nailed the MQ, Brody nailed the IWM.
Yeah, my stop right now, if I was in, would be back below 82.70. So if a candle closed underneath there, I would just get out. But if you leg in or something like that, the volume is good. I think it's got potential to break here, but let me figure out what's going on. Hold on one second, guys. It may be that this shit's not settled yet because I have $500 in there.
Very nice open today. Everybody get some money so far?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Simba, did you think that I look at bombs?
The what?
I just had to repeat to the really get bombs. I could have put in the pies I wanted, but that was a sick trip. Also on Netflix. Anybody should.
Okay, Baba. There it is.
Here we go, movie.
That's nice. 107. Didn't even get to anywhere else. Watch Baba below 105.60. And then 105.50 for a potential gap fill, or not gap fill, but a pullback down to 103.80. All right, hold on. Let me.
Sorry. I'll be back, guys.
All right, Baba bounced right there off of that level, 105.85. at this point, I would start maybe even trimming risk on AMD if you were in heavy. Obviously, we're in the small account. I haven't gotten in anything, y'all. I'm literally staring at the or flipping through this right here. It does appear, guys, that this money does not settle until tomorrow. So, part. All right, let's switch over here. You can size back in if you build. Remember what we talked about this morning? We want to build above. We're building in, not necessarily above. So it would be really nice if we built something on top of 8650 rather than right below it. That could be a sign of weakness right there. The volume looked pretty good, but right now that looks like it might be dissipating. So let's take a look at the 15. The 15 looks okay. I got $500 on the small account. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed. You know, I obviously wanted to start Monday off. Sorry, stupid broker. But just you guys can see buying power right there. It says 500. I even have excess liquidity of 511, but nothing in right now. Okay, so yeah, I just checked my bank account and Moo pulled the money this morning. So it's got to be tomorrow. How did you learn to control your emotions when you took a major loss in the past? That's a really good question. I mean, this may be like a personal thing, but I mostly just made fun of Hunt to get out my frustration. But no, I'm just kidding. So I reflect a lot, like on on most of the decisions that I make. And I think that's like a beneficial thing, you know, sometimes can do damage, but for me, I just learned to adjust. I knew that there's especially like, and I've talked about this before, but like there's everybody comes into this with like the hopes of, you know, riches and like freedom immediately. And like this stuff takes a while and took me a while. Again, with AMD, guys, by the way, that is showing major signs of weakness right there. So if you did trim down, the market is starting to show signs of weakness. That hourly candle on Tesla is back underneath that supply of 143. So, but for me, I just learned to kind of make like baby gates around my emotions, if you will. So like where I couldn't handle $10,000 and like I can't tell you like I like just human to human. I didn't want to do I didn't want to go back to a job, but I didn't want to trade. Right now, we're having a moment right now, Charlie. Jesus. No, but like I didn't want to trade anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was exhausted. I'd blown $70,000 in unrealized gains. It was devastating. And then I left. Like, you know, I didn't trade for a while. And in that moment I had an epiphany. I was like, I went back and I looked at my accounts. I was like, yo, I keep losing at $10,000. At $10,000, I lose my mind. So like, let's change that. Um, And so I make adjustments, you know, like I don't let it change. Like you don't want to let emotions change your strategy as a whole. In the sense where, like, you know, if you make a major win off of like a gamble, you don't want that gamble to now become the habit, you know, that you don't want to train your brain to hold full size positions past your target, you know, instead of trimming or something like that. So like, but when it comes to knowing where you're at in the market and knowing that you still have more to learn and that you may need to sanction yourself off from your own money, you know, in some ways. And Manny and me talk about it, like, and it changed. It's still to this day, like, you know, like confidence wise, like taking profit and then taking profit on whether it's every 2 weeks, like you do at your job, or if it's I love how the market is just staying in range right now while I talk. But you know, whether it's taking money out every 2 weeks and or if it's every month, and that means like, yo, I only made $300 this month, or like, you know, I tripled my account, like whatever it is, you know, like that money doesn't have to be spent, but that money, especially if you recognize that you have, you know, a journey, we all do, but like you still have risk in the knowledge that you may lack that just comes with time. So Manny and I. Did I say I and Manny? There's no way I said that. Manny and me? Is that what I said? I'm sorry, Plunger. Listen, I focus on it's like, you know that episode of like SpongeBob where he does fine dining and he tells him to like do like breathing and fine dining. Like that's kind of how I feel when I'm trading. Yeah, grammar Nazi over here. And again, I mean, I started trading and had like initial great luck, and then when the market shifted gears, got my ass kicked. So, language, Captain. Oh my God, Hunt. All right, I'm literally gonna adjust the whole bot for you. Hold on. You know what? He's in timeout now. I had to put Hunt in timeout for 60 seconds. Guys, there's nothing in either, like there, like look at the 15 minute, that's good, right? But look at all that, right? We need to clear, I would say getting down to about 105.30 underneath 105.50. That's going to be the best chance, right? We've stayed underneath just like we talked about that 107 mark. So let's continue to stay underneath that mark, and I think that will at the least give us a pullback to around 103.40. Like I talked about, we've got a metric F ton of moving averages here and the gap fill in itself. So is Hunt out of timeout now? Look at him, he's typing. 9-day moving average is at 104.90. I've never been so humbled so quickly. This is what happens when the market gets boring. That's what happened, exactly what happened to me with a 10K account. I now trade with a 3K account because I can handle it so much better. That's amazing. That makes me genuinely happy. Am I gonna signal everything in this small account? You're gonna see it in the small account. It's gonna be like right here in your face. But yes, I am. Oh, as far as signaling, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to hire someone to or recruit someone to drop my signals in there for me. Not gonna lie. I mean, I am on my new Atomatica or whatever the hell that shit's called. And it definitely helps a lot. But if a little unsure, size down on a contract. Ashby, sometimes yeah. I mean, if you feel like what I've learned too is like a lot of this, and I don't know if Dem is listening, but we had this discussion a long time ago. Like when you like your brain knows, right? It's sometimes your emotions that's like no 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 no, but like we get that feeling in our gut, like knowing like that we see weakness, and like it's still showing weakness. It's better to size down, right? Even if it does just explode from here, it's always better to size down. Right now, it's holding that 9-day moving average, but it just in safety's sake, you don't want to. You don't want to just like flip a coin because that's essentially when you have price action like this, that's kind of what you're doing, it's kind of flipping a coin here. So if it does pull back, watch AMD to go to 82.50. That's just a projection. So gut feelings, yes. What is going on? The admins. This is what this is. Yo, Jake, is it? Oh, I don't know. Can I change your name? Can I make up a name for you? I could use your profile picture or something. But congratulations, $500 to 1K, dude. That is super dope. Okay, Baba on the 9-day moving average, 105.35. You heard me talk about that level this morning. That's where you're bouncing. That's where you want to lose. You want to lose that. You want to go down to 104.80. Oh, now are you hiding now? JC Cole 34. He's scared of what name I might give him. 150 to $900 in 2 weeks. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hit you. Oh man, you shouldn't have said that before I was going to give you your new name. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There you go. You got a new name. All right, AMD. I see resistance right here on AMD. Guys, if you're not participating in this price action, that's okay. Yeah, I can change everybody's names. I didn't know that I could do that really fully, but I am what I am. This is what we do with the market's boring, guys. We taking Bob to the downside. I guys, I have my regular account I'm watching right now, but that does make me poopy, bro. Hey, yo, Jovis Beast, dude. It takes a lot of gut to do that, dude. Like to pull to, especially after taking a loss. Super excited for you, dude. That's awesome, man. I think you're gonna feel like I think you're gonna see it's a little bit easier to manage when you have a little bit less to manage. It's kind of like a sweet spot. But there's AMD with a little rejection there. I wasn't sure on this line. It could be right here. So watch a little bounce here at 82.35. Might shake you out again, but I would say definitively, 82.15. That's where AMD's short. If anybody's still holding Baba, watch 104.80. So big. Daddy's tiny feet, daddy's little girl. I can't even remember who Hunt is anymore. How much do so for this one, man? I'm willing to use like even half of the account on something with a good expiration. Like right now, or if I was to have shorted Baba, the contracts themselves aren't terrible. I could sell if I could find a $3 contract. I could sell this fuel cell, but it's up 17 cents today, so I think I'm gonna hang on. Everybody needs therapy in here. But are you asking like in regularly or just? I'm on my regular account. I'm willing to risk anywhere from 1,500 to $2,000. Yeah, on legging in. Sometimes it's like $200, $300, $400 at a time. But if it obviously has a lot to do with the the probability itself, the setup itself, the price action. But hitting the switches hard, I could go up to about a 5K position. If I'm trying to hit something harder. But that's like what happened when uh shit. I think it was what a couple of months ago, or it feels like it wasn't that, but like this kind of thing, where we get the catalyst, the setup, something like that. Like that's something the price action would support me going into. NVIDIA flashbacks, yeah. When I enter anything above I've lost $13,000 in a lightning second because of a tweet. Because of a goddamn tweet. God dang nabbit. Guys, look at this R1. Do you guys see that, man? Shut the front door. There is no trades for me right now, and that's okay. This is helping. This is literally a patience practice right now. Did I say a bad word? Well, hello there. Nice. Wow. Wow. What's the blue stuff, dude? Powerade? Yeah. Nice. I think Mercury's in Gatorade, so we can counteract it with some Powerade. Somebody's at my front door. It was my Ring camera. You're on camera, by the way. Who's this? This is my cousin. Oh, dude, you that's it, man. Thank you. Gang. AMD's looking pretty dumb right now. Let me go check the hourly. Yeah, AMD closes with a hammer right here. That's going to be pretty not great for them. I would suspect you're going to see a move down to that $80 mark, or maybe just even the gap below 81.21. Yeah, hourly. Look at the hourly here, guys. So we've got 19 minutes. So be patient. You got 19 minutes. That's why I have the candlesticks timed. That is, you guys hear me talk about candle closes. Like candle closes show me more definitive price action. Like, okay, cool. We are closing here. Selling pressure is strong. Now I can like say, okay, cool. We've got, and I've talked about this before. If this is selling pressure, right? And there's obviously going to be people, pushing this stock to the downside. If this gets squeezed out, we can set our stop loss, obviously on the lower time frame where they set their, like when they push down, you can see that mark. And you can essentially use when they get squeezed out, you're going to have to exit anyway. And so you can scale in as that happens. So, but right now it's looking more and more bearish. We'll see what happens. It's not closed. 19 minutes. Just the regular pivots. Who dat? Yeah, that's my cousin. Yeah, good job, Ash. So like those are where we retrain our brain to be like, yo, I executed, right? Even if I took a loss, I executed. So that's number one. And I'm proud of you. Good job. Is it too early to start drinking? I'm gonna ask that you seek help. No, I'm just kidding. Water, yes. Alcohol, I don't know what time zone you're in. Thanks, Dad. Oh, dude. If you ever want to share any notes or anything like that, you can always shoot them in a DM. It's always 5 somewhere. It could hurt somebody. They had like an artificial lung or something. All right, Baba is looking pretty bearish. You got everything settled? Cool. Yeah, that sucks. Well, they pulled it out of my account. So holding $82. Remember, we got a couple more minutes here. Entry for Baba is 104.35 break. I have 10 like right here around 103.90. You see this 200-day moving average? It's in line, right, with this. So take a look. That's my concern. Is you've got a lot going on right here, and that scales up to the 15-minute. Take a look. So you got the 9-day moving average right now going to meet that 103.85. You've got the all of these moving averages heading up into this zone. So I think if you're already in, that's fine. If you're scaling in, but when you get to this area, we would need to see a significant push to the downside. AMD is holding. All right. Remember what we talked about this morning on Baba, right? So a definitive candle close in this gap would constitute a war against. No, I'm just kidding. Let me be careful here. I'm on TikTok. But would possibly constitute a swing trade to the downside on young Baba. Let's see if we can get some news in here. Alex. Great job, man. Difficult price action right now. I'm turn off my camera off. This isn't mukbang. No, no trades yet. Small account doesn't happen until tomorrow, guys. So, you can take a signal or something like that, but or take your own trade, but unfortunately, cash doesn't settle. Everything's looking good, dude. For short, Tesla might give you that gap, guys. Solid targets at 725. Ooh, we got the spicy one? Hell yeah. $11 minutes. Ah,
Why is everybody so riled up?
I have no idea, bro. I don't know what happened this weekend. Everybody just came in swinging, dude.
Yo, I two things. Either everybody made money or the market is just not trust today.
It's pretty trash today. I kind of want to walk away right now.
Right, you want, I got 30 minutes of DJ time.
DJ time.
Whatever, DJ like being there, like being like playing music.
Oh, you playing music now, dude?
Yeah.
You traded? Oh, you traded Netflix this morning.
No, I didn't. You think I bought 10 contracts and to that rip as soon as the bell rang?
I don't know.
Maybe. I'm just kidding. I did it. I'm trading their video. But the contracts. So for example, I was watching the 205 calls. They're like $900. And Netflix opened, they went to like $1,200. Like, no, that's not money, bro. IB is too high. The contracts weren't moving nice.
Yo, look at that on AMD, guys. Patience. Just wait for this dumb market.
Trying to go back up after retesting the what do you call it? The five that's the way of the daily on the hourly, I'm sorry. I have like easily all of my VP left. Then the bigger tray was smaller size. You know, like very nice wick.
Wick.
Yeah, like it literally goes up and then just wick back down.
Yeah.
So I don't really trust my video like that with size still. And plus the volume. Look, like did you just see how the queues open? Like the queues drop like hard. The video bounced and then when the video started going up, the queues just completely bounced a little more.
Yeah, they're trying to. We're going into earnings, dude. So
Yeah, no, it's also that. We have F1C next Wednesday, so that should be fun.
and we got earnings kicking off next week too.
And Netflix starts it off like always. Netflix is tomorrow. Tesla's on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, but we got like 30 companies reporting tomorrow. Next week we got like 400 every day.
Yeah, it's only the first test. It's like that's everyone. But there'll always be a trade hidden somewhere. And look at my video. I didn't expect to trade that today.
Yeah, I honestly like because there isn't. I feel like the going into the rest of the month, the high probability trades because we got so much consolidation. And going into earnings, consolidation is better than dumping or running into earnings. Like sometimes you can like run into earnings and just hellaciously dump, but a lot of the times like consolidation means indecision, and then indecision comes with like a lack of knowing, and then they're probably because they don't know, obviously the details. So once we get the details, then we get a reaction. But that's my thoughts. Manny? What are you guys talking about? All right.
It's like it's chaos. So it's straight anarchy and just like trading Jack.
All right. Hold on. You guys, you know what?
You know what sucks even more, right?
They left me no choice.
People join our chat. Go to the beginning. Go to the introduction. And they just jump straight into night trading. So imagine you're joining the Discord so excited to trade with Potter, and then when you get to night trading, it's just straight chaos, anxiety, chill, man. I keep sending that room on Mark Cuban. It's straight chaos, dude.
Yep, that's accurate. How you guys like that timer? I'm just kidding. Now you have 15 seconds.
I get 3 minutes.
I could do. I could do put it up to 6 hours. You get one question a day. I'm just kidding.
What the?
All right, hold on. Bart, you're in timeout. You're You're in timeout. See if I can ban him in the 15 second. Not ban him, but
I could have lived my whole life never saying that yet.
yeah, that was weird. What,
I
bro?
would say that for people to require reading dark pools before even joining, straight up, it's people will learn a lot more from that book than any little course they went on.
All right, guys, let's take a deep breath.
It doesn't work. I've tried all of that. It doesn't work.
Well, now it doesn't because you've said that. Four minutes to go on AMD. Tried pushing up but failed. You know what? I think it's dope though. You know what? There's all sorts of people in here from different political backgrounds and stuff like that, and everybody finds common ground, harassing each other and me. So, and that's what I'm here for. You know. I'm just kidding. One time I was like viral live on Reddit, and an entire like mass of people demanded to see my feet. It was pretty bizarre. I felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I'm just.
This is boring.
I think I'm gonna show up early to a meeting. I never do. But no, this is. I mean, you're green today. Honestly, congrats, because you're not ready for the next 2 weeks. If nobody is, if this is your first earnings, welcome.
Get ready for hell. No, just kidding.
Speaking of declaring war, remember Sugar?
Who?
The game that we used to play.
Oh yeah. Declaring war on Garrett. Why would you do that? Exactly. I showed you just a fraction of my power. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah. So I go wait for the meeting to head out because this is. There's no point looking for another trade in this.
Yeah, I mean, things are kind of building into looking like it's about to be 10:30, so we might see a move here shortly. AMD short looks tempting. Baba rejection off the 9 looks interesting, but the price action's so slow.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, have a great day, dude. Have a great day, everybody. Stop causing chaos. Peace.
Peace. The small account is not happening until tomorrow. Unfortunately, the cash is not settled. So, and honestly, that's for the best because nothing is happening, and we're probably going to see the moves that we'd like maybe tomorrow. We're building underneath this resistance. We need to go for another break up here. If you guys see it move above this, it's really clear. And I'll leave these the chart up on in the Discord, but try to send again so I can start a small challenge. Send again. Send what again? Oh yeah, got you. Oh, I was kind of confused. Oh yeah, sorry about that, dude. God damn, dude. I got the worst memory in the world. It is pretty Monday. So with that, I think I'll go ahead and knock out a meeting or two here really quick and wait for price action to commence. But if you're sitting on cash, maybe just set alerts. Okay, you don't have to stare at your charts. Getting better happens when, you know, obviously you exercise patience. That's a part of getting better, is being able to know when to trade and when not to trade. So unless you're selling something, I would recommend just vibing out for a minute. But All right, guys. Watch I leave and it's just gonna rip into outer space. It's 10:30 right now. Oh God. Oh my God. You guys. All right. You guys. You guys might have to. I might have to make this chat. What is going on? My bot. Valdemir Potter. Very nice. All right, guys. I'll be back. Watch Baba. Baba's still looking okay. It's got a rejection off the 9, just like I talked about. Watch AMD above there. Watch AMD below here. I'll leave this chart up. TikTok, YouTube. I'll see you guys probably towards. Well, if you're on YouTube, you're gonna have to catch me outside. How about that? No, you're gonna have to catch me about right around Power Hour, or probably more than likely before that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have a meeting. But happy chopping. Zandra, what indicates a mover up or down, like or up or down to the downside or whatever? I was reading what you're saying and then trying to word it my way. Is a lot of the times there's a harmonics to it, right? 1, 2, 3. That's my go-to. But it's in range, and that's exactly what we do. Is we just wait. We just wait. That's it. If you're, Manny or somebody else and you take a bounce trade off of something that you've obviously spotted as support and you trade it back up to resistance, that's a range trader. Somebody can trade that range. I don't. I wait for a break in range. And honestly, I think we make some cash in earnings, but I think that this earnings is going to be crazy, to be honest with you. But just looked at Meta again for the first time today, and it's still following my charting. Oh, I don't know, man. If this thing reverses and moves to the upside off of that wick, that's crazy, man. I don't know. Earnings is the 27th. So this earnings is just coming during like a really crazy time. So either we could see, way lower guidances from, companies bearing the brunt of, inflation that, even those who haven't passed it down to the consumers, fully. I think a lot of that stuff is going to show up on paper, and we're going to see some, and we have a lot of consolidation around the market. So, but all right, guys, I'll see you shortly.